Hello, and welcome to the options menu of Factorio, because I accidentally had the options menu loaded. So you might remember I started a video in which I was going to build a railway while fighting off aliens to get some oil. Well, see, here's the thing. Turns out there was an update to Factorio, and why are some of my settings have been reset for some reason. I don't know why. That is interesting. But instead, you're going to see something else rail involved that I've been working on by spending way too much time yesterday while I wasn't feeling well on it. Which, yes, I haven't been feeling well lately, which is part of why no videos. Also partially that I spent a lot of time programming instead of working on videos, because I made a game. And there's another video for that, though. It should be pretty easy to find. Anyhow, yes, this is Factorio, what is it? 0.15.2. And, which is like a well, not the whole thing's alpha, but this is the experimental build, which, for one thing, allows you to, oh yeah, those don't default on. I kind of forget that. Oh, hey, look at that. Turret coverage is up there. Yes, and then pollution. Yeah, my pollution is just about reaching some biters, so I'll probably have some issues. Then we have, train stops, and then we have character names, but this is single player, so there's no character names. I have 4 trains! I have 4 trains running in this whole clusterfuck of train lines, which, I'll just say right now, I don't know how to trains. Also, from the map, you can actually zoom in and look at what's actually going on from the map, so you can use it to get a good idea of what's going on in areas. Of course, you can only actually see areas where you have radar, so you see out here, I see the, where I've kind of scanned the map, but I don't see what's actively going on like I do in these areas, and that's because I've put a radar outpost at every one of these. In fact, it shows that I need to go remove some of these miners and put them in a different position because they are no longer producing. And I bet there's probably 1 or 2, yeah, there's 2 over here that are in the same condition. Actually, no, that one still has resources. That one's out completely. This one, what, 161, so yeah. So we have, basically, if you don't remember, Factorio, it has this giant list of names that it chooses from for stations and locomotives and labs and everything based on I think Kickstarter backers. I want to say like Kickstarter backers. I'm not sure. Something they did a long time ago. And what I've done is I've taken whatever the randomly generated name it was and modified it slightly. So we have the Tabaxi Oil Processing Station. We have Gokinator Oil Mines. I should rename that. I'm going to rename that. We have the Gabriel Fuel Station, Arlo Iron Smelting, Akira Iron. We have the Charge Raider Copper Smeltery, and we have Averse Gearworks Piping and Magazines, which it is those 3 things. It is pipes, gears, and magazines are being produced here. Oh, look at that! There's a train going to the fuel station right now. Yeah, so basically every train has its 2 locations that it goes to, and then the fuel station to refuel, which it stays at for 5 seconds, and then it heads back off to wherever it needs to go. This one is the copper train, so it's going to go all the way over to here. So the copper train goes from Begebo Mines to get a copper ore, all the way down to the Charge Raider Copper Smeltery. And then we have Akira Iron, oh, not Akira Iron, Arlo Iron Smelting, and that picks up from Peter's mine up here. And then we have from Akira Iron Pickup, we take that to Averse Gearworks Piping and Magazines. And then, of course, the oil loop it was the very first thing, and it was self-contained, but then I was like, okay, I need to have automatic refueling of some sort, so I made Gabriel Fuel Station. Now, I'm kind of concerned that at some point this block here will end up having a train, like a train will be stuck here waiting to go that way, and another train will be stuck here waiting to go that way. So I have a feeling at some point this line may back up. Also, here's the evidence that I am not good at rails, or maybe it is the evidence that I am good at rails. Shut up. Anyhow, basically this whole clusterfuck ensures that any train can go from any direction to anywhere else. It's not quite true. I mean, this track can't turn and go to this track right away. But there's no train that ever needs to do that. Oh, excuse me. Essentially, I just wanted to make it so that any train that needs to go through here, however it needs to go through here, can go through here in that manner. The copper is just being stored at the moment. It's not nothing's being done with it. Whereas the iron is, like I said, it goes down here to here, and you can see we're pretty much at capacity right now, so you can see it's not really doing much. So that's actually going to shut down soon, which means I need to do more with it, which is definitely something I will be doing. Especially because I need to automate blue science pack production, I believe it is, at this point, because I have green and red automated up here, and we have our research, and this is kind of our main starting facility that I started with, and you can see it picks up coal from over here. In fact, this coal feeds everything. There's actually a lot of a lot of belts going to different places with the coal. The coal kind of has its own independent railway, I guess you could say, whereas everything else just well, has its own railways. I have just a bunch of oil down here, a little bit of oil storage, which is pretty much full at this point because we're basically draining these at the rates that they can be processed because these tanks are full. In fact, actually, we're not draining anything because my petroleum and light oil and heavy oil tanks are all full because we're not using it fast enough. I do have some plastic production up here, which you can see has stopped because this chest is full of plastics. So, that was a good thing, but it's no longer doing that. And yeah, so just everything in general is backed up in one way or another. And I need to make, I know what I need to make. I need to make the copper coils. They're called wires, I believe. Yeah, or cables. Okay, sorry, because wires are these things, the green wire, the red wire. But I need to make copper cables. And see, unlike iron, pretty much the only thing you make out of just copper is the copper cable. See, the whole point of that facility down there is anything that just uses iron, which is iron gear wheels, technically iron sticks, but I'm not using anything that needs those, at least not yet, so I have no need. I think iron sticks are basically only used for the iron axe. I'm not sure about that. There might be some other things, but nothing that I'm automating at this time requires iron sticks, so I'm not building them. But I am building iron gear wheels and, what was it? Iron gear wheels, magazines, and something else. I already forgot what it was. Piping, the pipes. So, yes, right here. Because those things all require just iron plate. And so the next stage is I'm going to build a facility that just does the copper cable, which I'm actually just going to go ahead and build off the end of this line here because there's no point in building it in its own location. It's going to be a very small facility, and unfortunately I can't place that there because I'm in the map. So fortunately I'm in my car and I'm down here, so it shouldn't be too difficult to go up there and set that up. And just want to make sure I don't get hit by a train again. Technically I am continuing past where I should have been dead and game over because I did get hit by a train, which really sucked because it was like, oh yeah, just gonna do my thing, and then all of a sudden train. Like it was bad. Yeah, but you're gonna make copper cable, you're gonna make copper cable, you're gonna make copper cable, and of course we're gonna need some fast belts for that. I never have enough inserters. I said fast belts, I meant fast inserters, but I never have enough of what I need when it comes to that kind of thing, so yeah. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're doing good. Alright, we'll do that, and then of course belt it up, and of course we need power hooked up to it, so there we go. Now, of course, these also need to empty somewhere, so... And I think for now I'm just gonna do kind of the same thing again, where it's just gonna go into two chests. And I guess they're going to be a steel chest just because I don't have enough iron on me, which is not the best excuse, but it works. And I'll do that. And we'll get some power right here and here. And I need to put those chests down. Oh wait, I've not even gotten to that point yet. Hold on, let's skip some of this stuff. And I'll go ahead and add that back on. Anyhow. Oh, you know what? Those could have been iron chests. Oh well, whatever. I think steel chest is what I want anyhow. Yeah, steel chest is what I was using anyhow, so there we go. And you can see we now have a pretty good little copper cable production, which means the next thing I need to automate really is electronic circuits, which use iron plate and copper cable, so I'll need I'll need a train picking up this copper cable here and picking up iron plates from over here and going somewhere with it to do that. I'm guessing I don't really want to clear a bunch of trees. Let's see. I forget how effective a shotgun is at clearing trees. I mean, it's working, but it's really messy. I don't like having a bunch of, like... I don't like having a bunch of debris left over. Which is why I really should see if I can make a Roboport yet, because I don't remember what I need to do that, and I should see if I can do that. Of course, I need to automate more science stuff, too. So, yeah. There is that. Actually, let's see. Can I do that yet? I don't think I can. Oh, I can! Cool, I just need advanced circuits, which take a long time to make, and plastic and electronic circuits. So let's go ahead and make the circuits first. Automation for the circuits is going to be very important. However, I don't have time right now. So today's episode was pretty much just an overview of the factory and setting up a little bit of copper cable production. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully actually continuing to save. That's definitely what I want to do. I want to learn how to railways, which means I need to continue with this. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you in space.